Imagine waking up one day and realizing the palace walls you live in are actually a prison. Your father is the ruler of one of the world's richest cities, but instead of protection, you get surveillance. Instead of love, you get control. And if you dare try to escape, well, that's where things get really dark. Today we're exposing 6 emotional family dramas inside the UAE royal family that absolutely shocked the world. From midnight escapes to Instagram divorces, from billion-dollar settlements to daughters who've simply vanished. This isn't a fairy tale. This is real life behind the golden gates of Dubai. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll understand why one of the world's most powerful families is hiding such heartbreaking secrets. Drama number 1, Princess Latifa's double escape attempts and secret videos. Let's start with Princess Latifa Al Maktoum. She's the daughter of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai. On the surface, she had everything: money, luxury, privilege. But that wasn't enough. She wanted freedom. In 2002, when she was just a young woman, Latifa tried to run away from her father's control. She wasn't successful. She was captured and brought back to Dubai, where she spent 3 years locked up. 3 years. During that time, she was kept under heavy sedation. When she was finally released, her sister Shamsa said she came back like a shell of her former self, with all the willpower tortured out of her. But Latifa didn't give up. In 2018, 16 years later, she tried again. This time, she managed to get on a yacht called the Nostromo. She genuinely believed she was finally escaping her father's control. But commandos intercepted the yacht in international waters. They drugged her. They flew her back to Dubai on a private helicopter. Here's where it gets even more heartbreaking. About a year after her capture, Latifa got access to a secret phone. She recorded video messages in her bathroom, the only room with a lockable door. In these videos, she talked about her life in detention. She said her father was holding her hostage. She talked about fearing for her life. She documented everything, desperate for someone to help her. The BBC got hold of these videos, and the world finally saw what was really happening. The hashtag Free Latifa campaign went viral, but then the videos stopped. No more messages, no more contact. Today, Latifa lives in Dubai. She makes rare public appearances, but people still wonder, is she really free, or is she just a prisoner with a nicer cage? Drama number 2, Princess Shamsa's kidnapping on UK soil. Now let's talk about Shamsa, Latifa's older sister. Her story is even more shocking because it happened on British soil. In 2000, Shamsa was on holiday in England with her family. She was 19 years old. She was tired of the restrictions, the control, the lack of freedom, so she made a bold decision. She ran away. She stayed with friends in London for nearly 2 months, actually trying to build a legal case for asylum. She wanted official protection. She wanted the British government to help her stay free, but her father, Sheikh Mohammed, wasn't going to let that happen. On August 19th, 2000, Shamsa was captured off the streets of Cambridge by 4 armed men in broad daylight. These weren't random kidnappers. They were working directly for her father. She was drugged and flown to France, then to Dubai on a private jet. When she got back to Dubai, she was imprisoned. The UK courts later found that her father orchestrated her abduction. But here's the thing. After her capture, Shamsa was kept under heavy sedation. She was locked away so thoroughly that when the international media reported her story, her father basically cut off all her outside contacts. To this day, Shamsa hasn't been seen in public for over 2 decades. She's essentially disappeared. Her family says she's fine, but nobody really knows. She's one of the world's most missing people, living in one of the world's richest cities, but completely invisible. Drama number 3, Princess Haya's escape and billion-dollar custody battle. Princess Haya bint Al Hussein came from a completely different world. She's from Jordan. She married Sheikh Mohammed when she was in her 30s, becoming one of his wives. For a while, everything seemed fine. They had 2 children together, Princess Al Jalila and Prince Zayed. But then something changed. Haya had a relationship with one of her bodyguards. When Sheikh Mohammed found out, he was furious. Instead of having a conversation about it like a normal person, he started a campaign of threats and intimidation against his own wife. In April 2019, Haya fled to the United Kingdom with her 2 children. She was genuinely scared for her life. She applied for a protection order against her husband, the ruler of Dubai. She asked the British courts for help. What happened next was epic. The legal battle lasted over 2 years. The Dubai ruler spent more than £70 million on lawyers. Haya's side had to document everything: the threats, the control, the psychological abuse. The British High Court ruled in Haya's favor. The judge said Sheikh Mohammed had carried out a campaign of coercive control against his his wife. More than that, the court found that he had ordered the hacking of Princess Haya's phone using sophisticated Pegasus spyware. He also hacked her lawyers' phones. The judge described this as interfering with British justice. The settlement? Sheikh Mohammed was ordered to pay over £554 million. That's more than $1 billion. The court said the money was needed for security because Haya and her children needed protection from the sheikh. The judge approved claims for everything from armored cars to kitchen extensions because the children needed to feel safe. It was the largest financial remedy award ever issued by a British family court. Ever. Let that sink in. Drama number 4. Sheikha Mahra's Instagram divorce. Now, let's jump to 2024. This drama is more recent, and honestly, it's pretty bold. Sheikha Mahra bint Mohammed is one of Sheikh Mohammed's younger daughters. She got married to her cousin, Sheikh Mana bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, in June 2023. Within a year, she had a baby girl, but something went very wrong. In July 2024, Mahra posted something on Instagram that shocked everyone. It was her divorce announcement, but she didn't just post a text. She announced it with this emotional statement: "Dear husband, as you are occupied with other companions, I hereby declare our divorce. I divorce you, and I divorce you." She was invoking the Islamic practice of triple talaq, declaring divorce 3 times, and she was doing it publicly on Instagram. Typically, it's the husband who does this. For a princess to do it, that was huge. The post implied her husband had been cheating on her. And here's the wild part. Sheikh Mohammed didn't publicly deny this. In fact, he indirectly supported his daughter. He banned Sheikh Mana from the entire UAE. The father-in-law sent his daughter's ex-husband out of the country. That's some serious family drama. Mahra removed all photos of her husband from her Instagram. He did the same. Today, the post is still up on her page. It's a permanent public record of what went down. Drama number 5. Zainab Javadli's custody nightmare. This story is heartbreaking, and it's happening right now in real time. Zainab Javadli is the ex-wife of Sheikh Saeed bin Maktoum bin Rashid, who's related to Dubai's ruler. They were married in 2015, but separated in 2019. They have 3 young daughters together. Since their divorce, Zainab has been fighting for custody of her children. She says they had an agreement. She says she had custody, but things have gotten increasingly difficult. The children keep getting taken from her. She's been threatened with arrest. She's had to stay in hotels because she's afraid authorities will take her daughters away permanently. In 2022, Zainab even appealed to the United Nations Human Rights Council, saying she was being harassed and intimidated by UAE authorities. She claimed she was prevented from leaving the country with her children. Then, a few months ago, Sheikh Saeed filed a criminal complaint against her, accusing her of kidnapping their 3 daughters. Zainab is now genuinely afraid of arrest. She's a mother who just wants to see her kids, but she's trapped in a legal nightmare in a country where the courts often favor the fathers, especially when the fathers are connected to the ruling family. Her story is still unfolding, and it's absolutely devastating. Drama number 6. The phone hacking scandal. This one involves high-level crime and corruption that shocked even experienced lawyers and judges. As we mentioned earlier, Princess Haya's phones were hacked, but we need to really emphasize how shocking this was. Sheikh Mohammed, the ruler of Dubai and vice president of the UAE, actually ordered the hacking of his wife's phone using military-grade Pegasus spyware. He also hacked her lawyers' phones during an ongoing court case. This wasn't just an invasion of privacy. This was interfering with the British justice system. A British High Court judge investigated and confirmed that Sheikh Mohammed had done this. The judge said the ruler violated laws against illegal surveillance. When Haya found out, she said she felt hunted and haunted. Can you imagine that? Your own husband using government surveillance tools to spy on you during a legal case against him. This scandal exposed that some of the world's wealthiest and most powerful people feel like they're above the law. They use state security resources for personal vendettas, and sometimes they do this against their own families. These 6 dramas reveal a pattern inside the UAE royal family. Women and children who try to escape control often face abduction, intimidation, and legal pressure. Daughters who try to flee are drugged and imprisoned. Wives who speak out face hacking, threats, and billion-dollar court battles. But here's what's important. These stories got exposed. Latifa's videos went viral. Haya's court case was public. Shamsa's story has been documented. Mahra posted her divorce on Instagram. Zainab went to the UN, and the phone hacking was confirmed in British courts. The truth came out, and that matters. These dramas aren't just gossip, they're about human rights, they're about freedom, and they're about what's really happening behind the golden gates of one of the world's most glamorous cities. Hit that like button if this video opened your eyes, and drop a comment. What shocked you most about these stories?